All right, let's get out of here. All right, welcome back to Whiskey Buds. I'm Kurt,
I'm Billy.
and I got to come up with a new introduction.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess with this one here, Billy chose Willet Pot Still Bourbon. For any of those who can find it and get it,
I picked it because of the bottle.
yeah, and that's exactly why everybody buys it off the shelf.
Because it looks like it's from like a wizard,
like a genie bottle, huh?
genie, hippie. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know what it actually is? Is the reason for the bottle shape?
No.
To resemble the pot still that they used to use to make whiskeys like this.
Oh.
So, anyways,
Imagine that'd be hard to make because like nobody, or pack and ship and put on a shelf and.
right, like that takes up a lot of shelf space. You know,
Yeah.
if you can set something that takes up less. Anyways, I have not tried this. Clearly, it is said to be aged between 8 and 10 years. It doesn't say on this. It's just some of the research. Apparently, they used to do this. Let's see if this is.
Oh, that's a cool bottle.
That's kind of strange to pour. The bottle looks cool on the shelf, but maybe not so much in usage.
This is like real heavy on the back end.
You hear it gurgling?
Yeah. That's boot.
So, yeah, I had heard that this used to be single barrel, but this one does not have any indications at all of being a single barrel. So maybe they're trying to increase the production on it. And so when they say that's generally between 8 and 10 years, maybe this one, maybe the newer stuff coming out just isn't as old, so they can produce more. I don't know. I know it's a popular whiskey or bourbon. Trying to get a hold of it sometimes is challenging. Again, because the bottle design just people buy it because it looks cool.
It's got a nice wood.
Yeah,
cap.
wood stopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything much more about it other than it's a Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky bourbon. All right.
Yeah.
Kind of smells like it too.
Yeah, it smells like a bourbon. Yeah. Caramel, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there a little vanilla in there? I want to say there is, but that's usually predominant for,
Yep.
bourbon.
I'm gonna agree with you
Caramel
there.
and vanilla, both of those are, like if you get a bourbon that doesn't have those, it's kind of strange.
Looks bourbon color.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm kind of feeling like the only thing unique about this is going to be the bottle.
probably. Like, yeah, apparently there's not a lot of differentiation in bourbons, is there?
All right.
No, might as well try it. I'm getting heavy caramel on the taste.
It's pretty heavy, yeah. It's
Yeah.
flavorful.
Yeah, wow. Whoa.
It's pretty strong. What
47%?
47.
Yeah.
I don't get a whole lot of ethanol like
No,
yeah, that's not the overpowering part of it. It's
the caramel, the vanilla, like,
the flavor.
yeah.
The flavor is pretty
Whoa.
powerful.
And it doesn't, like I've been sitting here now for just almost minute, I guess. And the flavor hasn't changed. Like, it's still lingering. And I'm not getting any other flavors, like any nuances really. So hardcore. Bourbon, but caramel, like,
It's pretty smooth. I don't get the whiskey bubbles, really. It's just smooth and straight.
yeah. Wow. Like super creamy. Like I say, like caramely. Like that's basically all I'm getting on it. It's super easy to drink, but it almost feeling that caramel flavor, or that that creamy is so much that like I don't see me going back for this a lot. Like that's strange to say, right? But yeah, it is so predominant one note.
We were talking about your dad drinking whiskeys with Coke
Yeah.
or Pepsi or whatever.
Yep.
I kind of feel like this would be good in that.
It might like.
Just because it's got that big, bold, strong flavor, so you just like add a little sweet
that it could actually come
and,
through.
Yeah.
Although,
might
like,
be all right.
This is so sweet as it is. I don't know if I would want to add something more sweet to it.
How much is this?
I think it's like $47.
It's a little pricey to be mixing with soda.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. What would like you said you wouldn't want to drink it. So I'm like, what could you do to it?
Yeah. What kind of? And I was trying to think about it. To put it in an old fashioned, I don't think it would lend itself well to it. At least not personally. I think it would make it too sweet because adding sugar to this just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I mean, it's good. I could see where a lot of people would step up from something like a Crown Royal into something like this and be really happy with it.
Yeah.
But then again, they probably would actually mix it with Coke or something, and because remember Crown being super sweet also.
I don't find it that sweet, but I find it very creamy, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think?
That's weird because it's not oily as much as it is creamy. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's weird.
Oh, it's such a, like, the mouthfeel on it is so creamy. It coats, and then it's just a single note, like a single flavor.
Pretty much.
That's it. Like,
the ethanol doesn't hit you, but it's there because after a minute, it.
Yeah,
you
like
can tell.
You can tell, yeah, but it's like you don't even hardly notice it when you're drinking it. So I can see a certain type of people really enjoying that a lot. It's just, it lacks character, I guess. So yeah,
I think it's pretty good for the category it fits in. Like it's.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right. Like I would put this above, a lot of other whiskeys we've tried, and not a lot, but a few of the ones. Hence why we mentioned, the Canadian whiskeys. It is bourbon, but at the same time, I kind of think it fits in that kind of category with those, where it's not like the Balcones pot still bourbon.
Yeah.
What else have we tried? Even the Buffalo Trace has a little more hint to it. It's almost like they don't use any rye in this at all. It's just too.
I don't think anything in here is unpleasant at all.
No, it's not.
So like,
I find that one note to be so overpowering that.
Well, first you're like, "Ooh, that's strong," but like I don't know, it works.
Yeah, it's all right.
Know. Like you said, it might not be your pick, but
no,
like I don't think you go wrong with it. Like it's.
No, like.
I think the creaminess is the one thing that kind of might put you off or turn you on to it.
It really could, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Fun bottle.
Yeah, it's a cool bottle. It looks great on the shelf. Yeah, that's probably where mine will be. More letting other people try it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into the stuff that's got a little bit more oomph to it. A little more. Yeah, this will go next to the Canadian whiskeys, I guess.
No, it ain't that bad.
Not that bad. No, it's above them, but it's not.
Okay,
it's not on the same level as a lot of the other bourbons.
I don't have a high opinion of the Canadian whiskeys, I guess.
Well, neither do I, but but this one doesn't isn't like, oh man, you should try that. Like, so yeah, if you find it and you like it, drink it.
Well, you might have to. This might be your creamy whiskey. Like if somebody wants to try a creamy whiskey, or be like, hey, try this one. This is what.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I would put on like a tasting with people to let them try different whiskeys.
Yeah, or different mouthfeels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that wouldn't be a good like beginner bourbon. I don't know, maybe we'll have to come up with a list of what we think we would let people try as beginners.
I remember my beginning journey, and I was like, all of them are bad.
Yeah. And I tried to start off easy. All right. Join us next week. Cheers, everybody.